Hey guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. As you all know, my name is Daniel, and in this video we're going to be talking majorly around how to secure scholarship opportunities here in the UK. Basically how to study in the UK for free. And I've got someone who has got the experience. He came into the UK about a year ago, and he spent his £0 on his tuition fee all through his program. And I've got one of the scholars I know really here with us, and he's going to be sharing with us his scholarship experience here in the UK. So if you're looking at coming to the UK to study, in any of most of the universities in the UK, and you're looking for scholarship opportunity, it's going to share his experience and the things you need to look out for, the eligibility criteria, how to go about securing the scholarship. And if you think this will interest you, don't go anywhere. Keep watching till the end. And of course, if you're coming across the channel for the first time, do well to hit on the subscribe button to join the amazing Google family. And my returning subscribers, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So Mr. Femi, can you just tell us about yourself and who Mr. Femi is really?
Okay, as you said, my name is Femi Joseph Adedeji. I'm a Development Trust African scholar. Obviously, I will be introducing myself with regards to the to the program, the scholarship itself. Yeah, I'm a Development Trust African scholar. I'm a quantity surveyor by background. I studied quantity surveying from the Federal University of Technology, Akure. I came to the UK to study construction project management with BIM, and I'm currently a senior consultant, a senior BIM consultant with a consultancy firm in the UK. Yeah. That's just a brief introduction about myself.
That's really nice, actually. Yeah. I think that's one of the profile we're looking out for people who are in the UK as immigrants, really. And just to sharing the scholarship, journey with us. So I'm going to start with the first question. What is the scholarship you got? What is it all about? I know you got a scholarship from Nigeria. So can you just give like an overview of what that scholarship is all about and how we're able to get the opportunity?
Okay, so unlike many other scholarships, this is actually not a fully funded scholarship because they don't pay for your living expenses.
Oh, okay.
But what they cater for is your tuition fee.
Okay.
So there's a particular amount which will be, let's say, run through your account and used as a payment for your tuition fee.
Oh, okay. So
also, unlike other scholarships whereby you might have some obligations to perform, this one you don't really have any obligations.
Nice.
You don't need to be an ambassador. You don't need to work for the
for the
university. No, you're your own. It's more as if you won a particular amount of money. And you can do whatever you like with it.
Oh, that makes sense. So what's the name of the scholarship itself?
Yeah, so the scholarship is Development Trust African Scholarship. It's been organized in different schools, but one school in particular is Loughborough University. Loughborough University is in Loughborough, Leicester area. If you're in the UK, it's in the Midlands. In the UK. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. So because personally for me, I've never heard about the scholarship before, in my opinion, really. Yeah. Because I think I did quite a number of research when I was trying to come into the UK, but I've never heard about this scholarship. So how did you get to know about it?
Actually, the scholarship is an internal-based scholarship.
Okay.
So it's not one of the scholarships that you commonly hear outside like Commonwealth, Mastercard.
And likes,
yeah. So my journey towards being a scholar started with similar scholarship like Commonwealth and Mastercard. I tried Erasmus Mundus also, and unfortunately I couldn't get some of those scholarships. Then it got up to a point, and I learned that if you have this Commonwealth scholarship, you might require coming back to Nigeria.
Yeah.
So immediately I stopped. I stopped applying, and I now said, what other way can I come to the UK?
Yeah.
So I started making applications I started looking for internal scholarships. Okay. Yeah, I spoke with a colleague of mine who is in the UK who came for her PhD, and she told me she was able to negotiate her school fees.
Negotiate school fees.
Negotiate school fees. And I'm like, if that's possible, you should have some internal scholarships. So I started entering into those universities' websites, and then I was able to see this, the Development Trust Africa. There are few scholarships, similar scholarships in universities like Reading, Glasgow, and there's some in Aberdeen, University of Bristol, has also a similar scholarship, but they are not advertised like they are not publicized like this other type of universities of scholarships. You have to go into the university website and look for it. And one thing I noticed, people applying to schools in the UK don't do is they don't know the fact that you can negotiate your discounts. Yeah, the discounts you get. So I've been lucky to negotiate discounts with some schools in the UK, and wish I was able to secure sometimes 50% discount. Yeah,
Wow.
and sometimes I've seen someone who had a 70% discount.
Okay.
Yeah.
So because to be honest, I think I got just £1,000 discount when I applied to University of Sunderland.
Yeah.
But as you guys have just said, those are some of the universities. If you're looking for scholarship opportunities, those are some of those universities. You need to go to their website, try and read more about the scholarship opportunities they've got, on their, on their website. And basically, this video is also going to be around this scholarship opportunity he was able to get. Really. So yeah, for this scholarship you got, that paid your entire tuition fee.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what are the eligibility criteria? What do people need to have, or what do they require you to have to be able to secure scholarships like this?
Okay. So the scholarship might be for I can't say for the 10% of scholars. So it's not for everybody. Yeah, you must actually be a distinction student. Okay. In Nigeria, I would say first class graduate. Okay. And as we all know, we don't really have much first class graduated. Yeah.
Sure.
So and this is for people to also strive as much as possible. At least give it a shot at graduating with a first class. It makes your life a little bit easier.
Yeah, opens opportunities.
Yeah, it opens you to more opportunities. Yeah, so it's number one is for people with first class graduates, and number two, you have to be able to prove that you have something you want. Like you have to be able to prove that you have something you would give back to the society, to Africa itself.
Okay.
Yeah, and basically, we have, as if you grew up in Nigeria, you have a lot to prove back.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have a lot to give back.
Yeah,
you can see people like shares in the slum. So those things, if you can have something you've been doing before, like more of a
like NGO
like
kind of
NGO,
stuff.
And some kind of charity organizations that you've run, and you put it in those applications, it will really strengthen it a lot. Because basically what they are trying to do is give to you, so that you also can give back.
Give back to them.
Yeah. And please note, this scholarship doesn't warrant you going back to Africa. You can give back from here.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, you can give back from here. And the other criteria is also you have to prove that you would be able to cater for your living expenses in the UK.
Okay.
That means you have to maybe show a proof of fund, or tell them how you intend to get your living expenses in the UK.
Okay.
They understand that you have 20 hours to work as a student, and you working for 20 hours would at least cater for like almost 50%. Basic needs. So you can also add it to it that, okay, I'm working for 20 hours. This is the minimum wage in the UK as of today.
Okay.
And this is what I'm going to add to complete that minimum living wage for students, for living expenses for students. So basically you just have to prove it. So those information, for you to get it, you can go online. It's a public record. It's a public information. Minimum living expenses for students in the UK, I think it's 11,000 or so right now. I think outside London, it's about 9k. Okay. Then within London, it's probably close to 10,000. 10,000. So you just have to look for it and prorate it with your 20 hours. You're doing 20 hours with the minimum wage, how much you have, what is left, and tell them how you would be able to secure what is left.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's it.
So basically, the scholarship only covers your entire tuition fee.
Yeah, it covers your entire tuition.
So it doesn't cover living expenses.
It doesn't cover living.
Oh, okay, so it's really important to understand that this scholarship is only for your tuition fee. Your living expenses is not included. So as he said, you need to be able to prove that you have the ability or capacity to be able to fund for your living expenses, which makes a lot of sense. Trust me, if tuition fee is taken out of the problem of many international students, then trust me, 90% of the problem is gone. Living expenses, you can only survive on the 20 hours, and all of those stuff. So for this particular scholarship, aside from the fact that you got to know about it from a friend, or you also went on the school website, if someone wants to get on this scholarship, aside from all of these eligibility criteria you've just mentioned, what do they need to start with? What is the first step towards getting the scholarship?
So the first step towards, let's say you already know about the scholarship program, so you don't need to start looking for it up and down.
Yeah, true.
So the first step is go online, read everything about the eligibility, and once you're done, you check if you have all the criteria needed. That's number one. You must be a first class student.
Exactly, yeah.
Obviously, as I've said, you have to. Obviously, you need a personal statement.
Yeah, and you need to prove all of those things.
And you need to prove
give
all
back
those
to
things.
Africa and all of
and
that.
your personal statement is here in the UK. Your personal statement that you write to secure admission would be different from the personal statement you use to secure the scholarship.
Okay.
So that means for the scholarship you have to have different applications.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you don't get the scholarship automatically because you got an admission.
No.
So you need to get an admission first.
For you to apply for the scholarship, you must have an admission.
Oh, okay.
And the beautiful thing about Loughborough Uni is that you can apply for your admission today and get the offer before you do.
Okay.
I think it took me just 3 days.
Wow.
To get my admission. And
nice.
So you have to write a very good, detailed and compelling personal statement. Those in the personal statement, I wrote I was lucky. My personal statement was for Erasmus Mundus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was what I wrote the personal statement
for
because I wanted to do A plus masters, and that was my third trial, and a friend of mine just told me that, Femi, why trying places like Germany? Why not come to the UK and go for it? And I'm like, okay, let me try it. So it was 3 days before the scholarship closes. So I applied. I got my admission within 2 days. And the night before, I just picked up my personal statement for the Erasmus scholarship, and I did some changes to it, edit it to suit what is in the eligibility criteria, and then I applied. I think I submitted like some hours before
the deadline.
Before the deadline. So that was it. But what happened is that personal statement for Erasmus has gone through 3 years of review. So he shouldn't say, okay, he was able to write a personal statement with it.
The first attempt he got the scholarship.
The personal statement has gone through more than 3 years of review. Quite a lot of people have reviewed it. And
So does it mean that getting the scholarship itself, shall I say, one of the most important things is actually the personal statement?
Yeah, the personal statement. That's what they read.
That's what they read.
Yeah, because they believe you put your that's a representation of
you. That's true.
And that is where you detailed what you want to do.
What you want to do. Okay.
Back then, what I told them what I was doing.
Yeah.
How I intend to how the program itself.
It's going to help.
It's going to help.
Post what you're doing already.
What I'm already doing. Now I'm going to give back to the company.
Okay.
So everybody knows what to give back to Nigeria.
Yeah.
if you are anywhere in Africa, and as I've said, Development Trust Africa Scholarship is for only Africans.
Africans. Oh, okay. This
Countries.
scholarship is only for Africans. If you're not an African watching this video, you may want to skip to the next video.
So it's only for Africans. Yeah.
So for me personally, I've actually always wanted to, study with scholarship. I also had a first class, and trust me, I tried, but it never worked out for me. So I'm actually very fascinated when I see people who went through that same journey I wanted to. And for you now, you studied for free in the UK. At least your tuition fee was completely free. I'm actually envious of you, by the way. So if you're going to sit down and think about it, do you think it was worth it coming to study in the UK, even though it's for free? But do you think it's worth it coming to study in the UK?
Yeah, it is. But so let me give you a little bit of backstory about my journey to the UK. My discipline, I graduated as a quantity surveyor. Immediately 3 days after graduation, I started a job with one of the tier 1 contractors in Nigeria.
Interesting. He's a big boy, by the way.
In Nigeria. So I was doing very fine. So my first year after graduation, and during my service year, I was making a lot. More than most people that have even worked for like 6-10 years in Nigeria.
Interesting.
So I never bothered about scholarship then. Because nothing would have made you, I don't know. And things were better then. The exchange rate was fairly okay. And yeah, with you can I spend like, let's say, 20% of my salary back then,
Exactly.
and I was doing okay. So I didn't really bother
So
about
there was no
traveling.
desperation for
No
traveling
desperation.
and all of that.
And even when I was about traveling, I won't lie to you, I would say this, but I told myself that I don't know what Tinubu, because the EndSARS happened at my backyard. It wasn't far to
Oh,
my house.
interesting.
Yeah. And I told myself, and I had a roommate back there. I said, I don't know what Tinubu has to offer Nigeria, but I won't want to know it inside, inside Nigeria. And I told him, bro, we have to leave. And we left together. We came into the UK together. So I tried applying. I applied to schools, and I also applied to the scholarship. So I was doing fairly fine for a young guy, a bachelor,
Yeah,
as at that point
living
in
in
time,
Nigeria.
living in Nigeria. But looking at it right now, if I had stayed, and I'm even like whatever I was earning back then in Nigeria won't be enough
Exactly.
as at now.
With the high cost of living
Yeah.
and all.
So let me now take it forward to my current condition, my current position now. So after I graduated from in the UK, I wouldn't say I was lucky. I wouldn't say I was, the grace of the Lord shined on me.
Yeah.
Before graduation, 2 months before graduation, I was able to secure an internship, and the internship transformed into
Your first job offer.
my first job offer, and now I'm a senior consultant. I have another job.
This actually happened in space of few months.
In a
by the
space of
way.
few months,
So this
yeah.
man moved from an entry level role to a senior role
Yeah.
in just few months, which is actually really fascinating.
Now I'm a senior consultant, and
so I think
I
I think in summary really is that
You guys can
it
put
was
it-
worth it. Really, yeah, it was worth
You
the
guys can-
whole application hassle and getting into the job role. So now you also mentioned about you securing a job role. Would you say the degree you heard or you actually got from the university contributed to you landing your first professional job in the UK?
Yeah, it's a lot. It wasn't only my degree, my thesis also.
Okay.
Yeah, because anyone I interacted and tell them about my thesis, they're
That
like,
is impressed.
are you sure can that happen? Because it was a novel approach, and it was something that I got so many calls for to take it towards a PhD, but I wasn't interested in a PhD.
From school.
I was tired of schooling. I was already doing a master's in Nigeria before I left and came to the UK. So I was not tired of schooling. I wanted to practicalize things I've done here. So it was very helpful. I did a master's in construction project management with BIM. And basically what I'm doing now is BIM.
It's BIM. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. So that was what puts me on that pedestal. Like that gave me that edge. So my master's and my thesis was I could remember my first interview, and in my CV I typed out my dissertation topic, and the man was like, are you sure you can combine digital twin, blockchain, smart contract, and BIM, and use it for payment automation? How do you want to go about it? And I explained to him how I'm about to go about it, and he was like, wow, how did you come up with this? I was
interesting.
like, I was like, so no, we need you in our team. And that was it. And that was everything about the interview. He was just fascinated about my research topic.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, at least it shows, and for those who don't know, construction is one of the hot cake industries in the UK.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at getting into, or you're currently in construction outside the UK, or you're in the UK at the moment, you call like experience in construction. Trust me, guys, that's one of the hottest cake industry at the moment. So being someone who has been there, you've gotten a scholarship, you finish your program on that same scholarship. What would be your advice to someone who's trying to secure scholarship in the UK or any part of the world?
All right. You have to, number one, you have to take the scholarship as an extra job to you. Just imagine someone give you £26,500. Yeah, you
must
can
prove your worth.
You must prove your worth.
Yeah.
So in the UK, I think the minimum wage is 28k.
Exactly.
Yeah, and someone is giving you 26,500, which is more or less like a year's job, a year's worth of job. So you have to put a lot of effort into it. Treat it as a day job. Treat it the same way you would treat your day job, giving everything you have, and Yeah, I think the rest is up to God. Yeah, you also have to consider the G factor into it. That's the
Yeah,
God
true.
factor, the God factor. And if you're an undergraduate, just starting, yeah, I would tell you try as much as possible to come out with one of the best results
True.
because it gives you the leverage
And
outside.
competitive advantage, yeah.
It gives you that competitive advantage outside. I'm not saying people with 2-1 won't get a scholarship, but just imagine you've been sieved out
Exactly.
from the rest, and yeah, I'm sure if you come out with the first class, your application gets more forethought than
True.
people who, yeah, that's just it. You just have to, and it's not a day job. I applied to more than 20 different scholarships.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
takes a lot of effort.
Yeah, it takes. I've done Mastercard. I did Commonwealth. I did Erasmus. I was at the final stage of Erasmus, and I got knocked off. I even did local scholarship. I got a scholarship in Tanzania.
Tanzania.
A
Wow.
fully funded scholarship also in Tanzania.
Nice.
I got one in South Africa, but I wasn't interested in going. I got one in Nigeria. No, I didn't get the one in Nigeria. It was also the final stage. So it was
Lots
just,
of
yeah.
scholarship.
And as more as you do it, you get better.
Better, yeah.
Yeah,
True.
you refine your personal statement at every application. You see the errors that might
Yeah, you
be
made
hidden in it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's just it.
I think that was the stage I got discouraged. After a few rejections, I just stopped applying for scholarship. So instead, I channeled my energy towards making money
Yeah.
to fund the program.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, the summary basically is if you're still undergraduate, make sure you graduate one of the best, results
Yeah.
to be able to leverage on the scholarship opportunities out there. And if you're already out from school and you're looking for scholarship opportunity, as Femi said, just keep applying. Just keep applying. As many rejections as you get, the more you become better in
yeah.
your application. So yeah, if you have any question, you would like to ask, Femi, you can go on his LinkedIn page. I'm going to put his LinkedIn description in this, in this video. Just click on the link, have a chat with him, connect with him on LinkedIn, and ask him as many questions as you would like. And basically, if you're looking at getting into construction, also, it's important to ask people who have been there before. So you can also pop on his LinkedIn also to ask questions on how you can get into construction roles here in the United Kingdom. So guys, I hope you find this video resourceful. So if you do, please click on the like button. If you have any question, please state in the comment section. And of course, if you're coming across this channel for the first time, do well to hit on the subscribe button to join the amazing growing family. And by returning subscribers, you guys are the real MVP. Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So this will be the end of this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you.